everyone, Egman here with another video, and today we've got a yellow Gohan Higher Dragon list that I've been running. This has been a really popular leader in the last couple of weeks, especially with the ban of Mecha Frieza. It's kind of filled the vacuum from that ban, but I also played this list on my Twitch stream last night as of this video going up, so if you guys want to see re-uploaded of one of the games I played with this with commentary and everything else, please hit the like button. If we hit 50 likes in the first week, I'll make sure to do that. It takes a little bit of extra effort, and if you don't hit likes, it'll always be on my Twitch. I leave my videos up there for 30 days. So anyways, let's get into the deck. If you don't know what the leader does, it's a yellow Saiyan, and it has a permanent during your turn. If you have a skillless battle card and play this game's plus 5k power, which doesn't really do much for us, but it has a really nice auto. When this card attacks, draw one, then add up to one card from your life to your hand. The fact that the add up to one is conditional as well is nice in case you are kind of pressured early on and you still want the swing. The optimal way to awaken this guy is on your turn. With 4 or less energy, you swing, you draw a card, you use your awaken ability to draw 2 more cards, and then on the backside, you can use the activate battle once per turn when there is a monster, or sorry, if there's a card in battle, if there's a monster card in your combo area, you get to draw 1. Also has a really nice active main. Once per turn, you can draw 1 card, then play up to 1 yellow skillless battle card from your energy. One with a energy cost of 1 from your drop area, excuse me. So you just get to really recycle this higher dragon, which is nice, especially because then you can combo with it, you get draws, and then you also have some additional synergies with this list as well. And in general, this is kind of just a hodgepodge of just really, really good cards. You've seen a lot of yellow-blue, especially with the Bojack and being able to use Aegis, which is fantastic. And so the idea of this list is to try to do a little bit better and maybe not better, but just be a little bit more greedy and add a third color with green, mostly with all the new stuff from the anniversary box, but there are a couple other cards as well that I think the synergy is there for. So kind of just the basic package and how you want to start the game is you really want to start with a yellow or a yellow-blue charge. The best first charge in the game is this Bojack Pirate's Pride. This lets you do a Bojack Pinnacle Onslaught on your next charge and go from there. Additionally, both this Zamasu and this Bojack both have ways to get rid of their energy exhaust. This just so you have to have a Bojack in your energy area, and then also the which you can also have this guy as well. So this is, I think, any one of these three honestly is a really good charge for the deck. This Zamasu can also be charged for free as long as you already have a blue-yellow card in your energy, so that's kind of nice. Though you want to keep this card in your hand. He's just such a good way to get rid of cards, especially unisons. People are, I think, really nilly with their unison plays right now, and so being able to just do this feels pretty good. If you want to charge your super combos, go for it, but I think you should be, I mean, any of these 12 I think are your first charge anytime. R16, Bojack's Pirate's Pride is very good as well. And then second charge is usually yellow or yellow-blue. It can also be green, since we do need some at least one green energy later on, and then by turn 3 you should have at least one of every color, yellow, green, and blue in your energy, and that's kind of the point, especially since you want a yellow-blue in there for sure. You'll probably have a mono-yellow and then either a mono-green or this green-blue as well. And so the idea for all these cards is just to be very kind of passive-aggressive with your opponent. You're able to do a lot of arrival techniques on your opponent's turn, which is really nice, and you get a lot of value. This leader just generates a bunch of value all by himself. The fact that he can draw 2 cards on either side, the fact that he gets bonuses for doing combos, which you're doing anyways, which also promotes you're doing combos anyways as well to do your arrival thing, so just not losing a card for that is very, very nice. Of course, you have to have the higher dragon for that, but that's not too difficult to do. And some of the big plays for this deck are getting out, obviously this is such a good card on the field, and being able to discard a card to draw a card and untap 2, which will let you extend your plays every turn, feels great, especially when you have just so many ways to arrival things and be kind of aggressive with this deck. The kind of other rival card we want is the Super Saiyan Broly Reckless Pursuit. It is a blocker. It's a rival for 1 yellow or green, which is fantastic. And then this pretty much pops anything that is level 4 or lower without barrier. It negates a skill, or it negates the skills of a card of a battle card with any cost of 4 or less, and then activate or battle. Once per turn, switch this card to rest mode, choose up to one of your opponent's skillless battle cards and KO it. So that's pretty good. And this can also swap into the big boy full power Broly, which you can also arrival for 1 yellow, 1 green, and 1 colorless, which isn't insane to do in this deck. you get a big double strike 35k, you get a draw card, and you can pretty much pop anything that doesn't have a barrier, which is great. And it also negates the unison card skills, so if your opponent's kind of going in with a double strike on a unison that they gave it, you can just get rid of it, and then they just shotgun their hand for nothing. So that's really nice to have that in your pocket at any time. The other nice thing about this guy is he is a 5-drop and he is green, so you can use your Fuse Zamasu to go into him very easily. And this just is a lot of value for this deck. Just being able to have a 20k that's indestructible and keeps getting cards out of your opponent's hand is nice. That's also why we're running this Aandroidd 16 limiter disengaged. This is a bit of a weird pick, but I think he works out for the deck very good. In general, for any of these effects, Aegis are being able to combo with these guys. You just need to be able to get just the fact that he's green and blue is really helpful. So for Aegis, you can pitch him in a yellow card and you can activate your Aegis, or you can use the green to help a rival for your Broly's as well. But he is also an arrival card in itself, and if you have a blue or green card in your energy area, reduce the combo cost of this card by 1, which is really, really nice, especially since the way it's worded, it says if you have blue and green cards in your energy. That means that, this says specifically if you have another blue-yellow multicolor card in your energy, but if you just have like a yellow, blue, and a green card, this becomes a free combo, which is fantastic. And the fact that it's a blocker, it also has Revive, which is great because if they try to pop your card, you can bring it back and it can be another blocker without having to pay energy, which is cool. You do have to pitch a blue, green, or most likely 2 cards for it, but it's not too terrible since we draw so many cards in this deck. You can always discard a Sensu Bean as part of that as well. And then what else do we have? I think that's pretty much it. And so he's also a 5-drop green, which is nice because you can go to Zamasu as well. And that's just pretty much the idea. We don't have like a super big win condition besides just being really obnoxious, get a lot of value, and then just try to make it so your opponent can't win, and then just eventually beat them up with Zamasus and big Broly's and stuff. So that's more or less the deck, but it's been working out really well. Our super combos are Zamasu and Skillless Chilai, Skill Steel Chilai. Both these are multicolored for our main arrival targets. They also rest things, which is great since we don't need card draw for this deck since we do so much of it ourselves. Being able to kind of disrupt our opponent and also get the conditions met for our arrival cards are great. This also lets you use your Bergamo that we can only run 1 of. And we also have this great Saiyaman 2 as well. This just naturally helps the deck in so many ways just because you're able to use its effect of 1 green, or an activate for 1 green, choose one of your skillless battle cards at any cost of 2 or less, return to their hand. So you can just bring your Higher Dragon back to your hand for free, and then after you do that, play this card from your hand. You can't play copies for the turn, and then auto when this card's played from your hand, play up to 1 skillless battle card at any cost 2 or less from your deck or drop here, then shuffle your deck. So you pretty much get another Higher Dragon to your hand, and then you can play one from your deck. So that means you now have 2 Higher Dragons, which is great. You get to search your card. You want as many of these cards as you can because you can cycle through them and you can combo with them and get extra card draw and everything else. This is just a really good boon, and it just fits in with the deck so well. You're skillless, you want green cards for either energy or for your combo stuff, and it's just great. You can even just have Higher Dragon out, swing with it on something, bring it back, play this, play another one. It's really good for getting rid of unisons, which is also fantastic for this deck. And then lastly, the Bark the Eliminator is just good for a card cycle if you need more of it. I felt like you needed just some more generic yellow cards as well, so that kind of helped out that book as well. I guess his auto could come up with this deck as well, since you can have like the Broly negate something and then you can have this come out for 1. I don't think it will come up very often, but it could come up. And I think that is all I really want to talk about the deck. The Secret Rare is up to you, but this is just a generically good one. I think the yellow Sin Shenron Zeno could be a good pick as well. But there's nothing super good. I even thought about negative energy balls, but he gets rid of your own cards, so that could be kind of bad. But that's going to be it for me. Let me know what you guys think of this deck and this list in general. I think it's a lot of fun. It's moderately cheap. The only exception is the Zamasu is really expensive right now. But if you only have like 2 of them, I think it's still worth trying out and maybe putting like just 2 like Beerus or like the blue-yellow cards for energy. I think that'd be fine, and you could try some new things with it. But I think if you have 2 of this, I'd recommend you can try this deck, and the rest is moderately cheap. Maybe Zamasu's not. I don't know what price he's at right now, but it's fun. This is a really fun deck, and I really think you are rewarded for playing smart and knowing what options your opponent has and playing around them. And I think that feels really, really good. But that's going to be it for me. Once again, if you want to see a match for this list, make sure just like this video. If we don't get to 50 likes, they will be up on my Twitch for the next 30 days, so you can check it out there. But that's going to be it for me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.